So, anybody who's subscribed to this channel knows I'm a veteran. And Memorial Day just passed. And there's a lot of shit out there that I think that the liberals, specifically, especially with all this crap going on with Ilhan, whatever the fuck her name is, Kamala Harris, and all these other idiots, Bernie Sanders, the communist. I'm sorry, Democratic Socialist, which is the gateway to communism, which is the gateway to fascism, despite the fact you get the left calling the right fascists and the right calling the left communists, and it's just fucking ridiculous. So I was sitting here, and I was thinking about, 75 years since D-Day, June 6, 1944. That's what today is. And I got to thinking about the United States military and my service in the military, and, it was the best job I ever had, and I want to tell you why. So I wrote this down, just random thoughts. And I said, to know a true brother, or to know a true sister, to stand amongst heroes, is the most exhilarating feeling anyone can ever feel. To know true courage. This is the most honorable of professions. No matter where we were sent or why, we committed ourselves to a greater cause. Either here at home or abroad, we dedicated ourselves to a belief that freedom, above all else, is and always will be sacrosanct. Liberation of the oppressed and downtrodden is necessary for humanity and for humankind. To not only survive, but to thrive. The only thing needed for evil to succeed in this world is for good men and women to do nothing. Never mind politics. We as a brotherhood have no interest in power grabs or tangible financial gain. We, the very few, are only interested in the equality, justice, and fair treatment of all of God's children, the earth's children, whatever you might believe. We are prepared, willing, and ready to give the last full measure of devotion to freedom. Our cause was and will always be just. To end the suffering of our brothers and sisters on this earth from a tyranny that destroys humanity is our ultimate mission. We have seen hell and laughed in its presence. We have faced the devil and shown our resolve. We have declared in one unified voice that we refuse to be defeated. We will prevail. Alongside our brothers and sisters, we fight for what is just. Our oath is protection and defense against all of our enemies. We will prevail. Our resolve is unwavering. We are the peacemakers. We long for peace. We pray for peace. We are prepared to make war to ensure peace. We beg for peace. But should war find us, let it find us in our time so that all of our children may live in peace. Robert E. Lee said it best when he said, "It is well that his war is so terrible lest we come to enjoy it. It is in fact a necessary evil, just like us. We are both angel and demon. We conceal our evil until the day comes. We must remove our halos and reveal our horns. It takes the best of us to do what is needed to preserve humankind, and it takes the worst of us to execute the plan to make that possible. I've known the greatest of warriors and served by their side, my brothers and my sisters. They laid their lives in my hands, and I have laid mine in theirs. And there is no greater bond than that of those who have loved one another so much that they would willingly and enthusiastically give all of themselves to others whom they do not know, just to save those that they love. That is the service we gave. We fought not because we hated what was in front of us, but because we loved what we left behind at home. Those who stood with us will always be our greatest love, for we will always and forever have them in our hearts. No measure of distance nor time can break such a bond, and we will always keep our oath to one another." People get married all the time. People talk about love all the time, and they say till death do us part. Well, I can tell you that the only true till death do us part has been those who have stood and taken the oath to uphold and defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic, and to bear true faith and allegiance to the same. I think that that's something that a lot of people have forgotten, especially in the world we live in today, where we are sympathetic to those who would bring terrorism to our shores and do harm to our people. Extremism is not good in any form. I think that that's something that we need to take a really hard look at in the upcoming elections of 2020. I think it's a very prevalent subject, very relevant subject. When we talk about the people, the leaders, so-called, of this country, the Alexandria Ocasio-Cortezes, the Bernie Sanders, the Ilhan Omans, the Kamala Harrises, and those extremists to the right side as well, the blind followers of Donald Trump. Please, for the love of God, understand that we are in a very critical situation where we have a society that is uneducated, a society that is idiotic. Half society is so open-minded their brains are falling out, and the other half is so closed-minded that they can't entertain any idea that may or may not better this world. We can no longer discuss. We're in a world of censorship, misinformation, and idiocy. And if we aren't careful, we're going to end up like the Roman Empire, the Ottoman Empire, the British Empire, and every other empire that came before it. We need to get back to some old school ideologies. And I don't mean enslaving people and disenfranchising people. I mean truly educating and truly informing people. I mean instilling that virtue of selflessness, loyalty, duty, honor, respect, selfless service, integrity, personal courage. Those values. Bring them back. It's only then that we can defeat those who wish to do us harm.